Good evening. My name is Jean-Paul Bouillon, and welcome to my brother's dining room. My brother's name is Brett, and I'm going to sit here and ask Brett a couple of questions about the aging process. Brett, are you willing to go through this interview?
Sure.
Brett, what do you consider to be old age, and why?
Old age? You're looking at it right now. I feel like I'm real old. My vision is going bad. I'm overweight. My hair is getting grayer by the minute. I feel old. But you know, still moving around, moving and shaking. You have other people that are, you know, a lot older, so I feel old, but yeah, I think I'm in the old age process right now, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Would you consider maybe the retirement age having anything to do with what we would put in quotations as old age?
I think retirement age is not really old age. It's I look at the people in the 90s as being old.
Okay.
Old
Can you
age.
elaborate on that?
You know, at that time you have people going into the nursing homes. They can't really function in life anymore. They need help doing things, and that to me is old as far as old age is concerned. Whenever you can't function in life, I think, is whenever you start really becoming old and being considered old age.
Okay.
I guess it just depends on who you ask, right? If you ask a 20-year-old,
Sure.
they're going to say, man, you're old.
Sure. Right?
Right? If you ask somebody that's 65, they'll probably call me a young buck. So it just depends.
Okay. Well, Brett, for you, what types of things are you doing now in your life to live a healthy life?
Proportional wise, I kind of watch the amount of food that I eat. I mean, I just cannot eat the same amount of food that I ate when I was a young kid. I was athletic. I did a lot of sports. I used to eat like three plates of food, and just can't do that anymore because I don't work out as much as I used to, and so I just try to find a balance, you know, where I can, you know, still look a little healthy. I'm overweight a little bit, I think, and I need to work out, but I don't do it enough anymore because I don't find the time.
Well, it kind of segues into my next question. And what are some things maybe in the future that you know, you'll do to live a healthier life? Since you stated that you're not maybe doing those healthy things at this point in time.
Yeah, like we eat a lot of maybe fast food right now, or we eat out a lot, and maybe looking more into eating more at home around the dinner table. You know, just slowing life down a little bit so we can visit with the kids, eat more of a healthy diet where you know, more brain food, more energy food, more just healthier foods that you can eat.
So these would be foods that are not as processed and
right.
Okay.
Right, more organic types of food, but also throw in, you know, somewhat of an exercise program too, because I don't work out as much as I used to. At one point in time, I lost 30 pounds. You know, so I need to get back into the swing of things and probably work out a little bit more.
Well, thinking about that, how old do you think that you may live, or how old would you do you envision yourself living?
Well, I guess if you look at our families, you know, my grandparents, they lived into their middle 80s, upper 80s, and on one side of the family, whereas I think on the other side, they lived into their late 70s. So I'm thinking somewhere in the 80s.
Okay.
Hopefully, maybe.
Well, to lead into this question as well, on average, how old have members of our family lived, and what conditions, what age, and what contributed to the death or sickness of our relatives?
Well, I guess looking back, I mean, as you get older as an adult, you always are susceptible of, having more things go wrong with your body, I guess, from having colon cancer or prostate cancer or stuff like that, or just getting really sick of pneumonia or something. It's something that at an old age maybe older folks can't take so well and get well as fast, I guess. But on my dad's side of the family, I think my grandmother and grandfather lived a pretty healthy life. They worked hard for a living, and they were farmers, as well as he delivered gas and stuff, and they stayed busy all the time and really worked hard in life. And I think that's kind of what prolonged their lives, I think, in some aspects. My grandmother died first. She was always a little overweight as she got older. I don't know if that had anything to do with her passing first, because she was younger than my grandfather. You would have expected it the other way around. But she lived a long life, and we learned a lot from her. Gave us a lot of life lessons to give to our own families that we have. And on the other side of my family, it just seemed like they lived a little bit unhealthier as far as drinking and smoking, and a little bit more than the others. From an economical standpoint, they might have had more money, and they might have experienced a little bit more in life. So maybe that was the difference there. I don't know. But they died at a younger age on that. My true grandfather on my mom's side died of an accidental death, and then my grandmother died, I think, in her 70s. So.
Well, what types of activities do you see yourself doing in your...
Our grandparents, by the way, yeah.
Right, our grandparents. What type of activities do you see yourself doing as a grandparent, or in your golden years?
Oh, wow. I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet. I just, I hope that Jill and myself can travel around a little bit and experience the world a little bit more after our kids have grown up. Although we have a late bloomer in our life, so we might spend a little bit more time with her, watching her grow up. She might be traveling with us, I don't know. But I hope to travel around and maybe visit my older kids and their families and their kids that they have along the way. And volunteer more in the community and pray a lot.
Okay. Now, Brett, how old are you?
49 right now.
49, okay. Well, thinking back...
I'm old, man. I'm old.
Okay. Now, thinking back, are there any things that you may have done differently or wished you had done differently, such as in education or finance and health? Or could you kind of speak to your past, and if you had any things you could change, would you go back and change?
From a health standpoint, not really. I mean, I was always pretty athletic growing up, so I was always pretty healthy, even though sometimes in the later years in high school we kind of partied a little bit too hard, maybe drank too much, but I pretty much stayed healthy along the way, and I guess educational wise, not really changed anything. I went to school. I finally found something that I wanted to do, and I got my education in it, and I finished college in that curriculum. So I'm pretty happy there, and I've been able to provide a pretty good life so far, knock on wood. And if anything, maybe from a financial standpoint, maybe really try to work hard right from the start and trying to figure out something that I can do on my own. And yeah, and then really work hard, get established in owning my own business, and then just be able to apply that in my later years. That would have been nice, I think. But God's been good. I'm blessed. He's graced us, and for the most part, not really. There's not too much I'd change.
Well,
Pretty happy.
okay. Well, that's going to conclude the interview. Brett, I really appreciate you joining me and the rest of the class tonight, and thanks for sharing your past experiences and what you think you and your family will go through as you continue the aging process. Thanks for joining us tonight.
All right, JP.
Appreciate it.
Glad I could help out.